Let me explain and break down the psychology of where the need for Jesus and the need for belief in God came from. It goes all the way back to the beginning, when we read, "In the beginning, God created," and on the sixth day, God took the dust of the earth and he formed a man named Adam. This, having heard this story since growing up, and this is only from this lifetime. How many other lifetimes have we heard that? But when we read that God created man from the dust of the earth, our psyche interprets that as we are nothing but dust under the feet of God, and being dust is the lowest form of the lowest elements that we can identify with. And this gets planted into our subconscious mind. And along with identifying as dust, comes the meaning of worthlessness and helplessness. These are survival energies. And since our subconscious identifies as dust of the earth, Adam, now this is deep. This is not the intellectual mind that has learned other things about God since then, but this is the primordial identification of the soul, because we have been told that man is dust, made from dust. We identify with the origin of Adam, with the origin of humanity. And in the meaning of dust are embedded the subconscious meaning of worthlessness and helplessness. And based on that identity comes the belief in the need for Jesus as a savior, God as a savior, because dust needs help. I'm speaking strictly on a psychological level here, on the subconscious level that forms us. This is the only reason that we feel a need for Jesus or for God in our soul, because we have been programmed into the identity of dust. From dust you came, and from dust you shall return. To dust you shall return. We've heard that all our lives, at every funeral we attended. So this identity of dust is embedded deep, 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 deep. And our intellectual mind has to conform to that deep, deep, deep belief, subconscious belief. And so we heap dogma and doctrines on that to confirm that identity. And hence why we need a savior. Hence why we need a master to guide us, because dust has no value. Dust has no divine value. And that's why we need to change the identity in our soul, in our subconscious, in order to put away the false theology that supports that erroneous identity. We are not dust. If we are speaking of dust, then we are stardust, but we are not earth dust. We're not something that crawls on the ground or that is under our feet. We are the divine spirit that animates this earth suit. We are God. And if we would know this, if we were consciously aware of this, our true origin of the Spirit of God, we would no longer feel the need for Jesus or for God, because we are those. We are that identity. We are that divine identity, if that makes sense. So where is your soul identified as? Is it identifying with the ground under your feet? Or is it identifying with the origin of divine spirit? And that will make all the difference about what we are going to believe, what we believe in this life. I thought I would give you this breakdown, the anatomy of the soul and the subconscious beliefs, and how our intellectual beliefs pile onto that to affirm the subconscious belief. That's the only reason why there is a need for Jesus. It's the only reason why there is a need to believe in God as someone that sustains you, because you have such a low view of yourself, because you identify as the dust. But you're not dust, you are divine essence of Source God. You are the highest being that exists in the universe.